members and guests, friends and members and people and everyone we know. That's not my usual intro, but that's okay. You know what? It's time to open another archive bottling for the Scotch Malt Whisky Society from the Whisky Alement archive.
Yes.
Lockie, how have you gone about picking these out this year?
You and I had a very long conversation about what was happening this year, what events were happening in the whisky industry, not just with the Scotch Malt Whisky Society,
but the broader context.
In the broader context, and what we can theme each whisky towards. Now, some months there's not really much going on, so we kind of can just pick a few things. But I believe April is malts and music.
It is.
Yep. And so I chose a whiskey with a musical theme name.
Message in a bottle, yes. For those who are fans of the Police. This is our April archive bottling. Do you want to do the honours?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're just going to have a quick taste of it to give you our thoughts on it. The idea is that most of the bottlings in the archive that we're opening up came out at the Society at least between, I'd say, 3 to 6 years ago. Some of them even much older than that, and some of them a little bit younger. But it means that it's a chance for us to say, go back in time for one of the releases in the month outturn and have a smell and taste of what's on offer.
I believe this was actually bottled in 2016, 2017. Early 2017, I believe.
So we're going back at least 6 years, which is very cool. So this is a peated single cask, 42.41, full maturation 10 years, and a refill ex-bourbon barrel at 57.1%. And available for members, a full 30ml dram at just 24. And
I believe this was also one of the earliest bottlings we had in this, at that time, this new livery.
Yeah, that would have been. That would have been like very early new livery. And for those who like to really know about this stuff, like I do, different paper stock on the bottles as well back then. So you know what? For those who like paper and tactile and publishing sort of things, that might be your bag. Let's have a smell. Immediately like those like
crushed oyster shells.
Yeah, tarry rope I was going to say, and crushed oyster shells. That's a good one.
Cheese and bacon balls as well.
Yep, lemon zest.
Yeah,
cheese and bacon balls. You could almost say this is a very almost stereotypically like 42.
Yeah, it's a little bit of caramel chocolate on it as well.
I'd argue it's a little bit thicker than most we've had lately, though.
And smoked speck ham.
Speck, yeah. A little bit of smoked speck. Ooh, that's vibrant, isn't it?
Still got a lot of guts to give, doesn't it?
That's got guts. It's got power and vibrancy to the palate.
Volcanic salt, like black salt. Hot sand, like the smell going to the beach in Sydney. On a 41-degree day or something like that.
41-degree sand smell. Yeah. But at 3 p.m. after the sun's already had its way with the sand for that day. It's not very salty though. It's more. It's got a powerful peat to it.
I found it really salty on the palate, less so on the nose. You don't get much of that sea spray on the nose. It's very meaty and roasty on the nose.
That's lovely.
It's got a lot of sting to this.
Yeah, it's much bigger than it says 57.1. And I expected it tastes like it's almost 67.1. It's got so much power behind it.
Do you reckon that's why they named it Message in a Bottle? There's a lot of sting to it.
Okay, that's now the worst joke we've ever made on these videos. It's got a lot of sting to it. Come on. That was terrible. But it was also fantastic. Well done. It is like 80s though. I mean, Message in a Bottle is a good name for it because it's like a day at the beach kind of whiskey. This would be perfect in a picnic on a nice sort of day at the beach.
Yeah,
it'd be a banger.
It does. It tastes like hot cooking chocolate.
Yeah, that's a good. That's what I mean by that heaviness to the spirit. Hot cooking chocolate's a good tasting note. Anyway,
I love that volcanic salt note on the palate though. That really black volcanic salt.
It's whiskies like this that make you wish that you could just get regular 10-year-old of this expression, of this distillery, but with that much power and volcanic salt and richness to it.
I know you remember my relationship with spirit that was released at this point in time from this distillery, where I would be making after work highballs with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is the kind of spirit that I would use all the time because I thought it would work perfectly. It was that 2016, 2017, even into the 2018, we were getting a lot of casks of 42 coming in.
Yep. We still get a really good supply of 42s coming through, but it's good to get a flashback to what they do taste different. I mean, over time, whiskey changes, and we haven't seen a 10-year-old with that much power in it for a while. We've seen some lovely older ones coming through, some 26-year-olds, which one of them made your archive, actually.
Yeah.
Subtle complexity.
Yes, it was.
Anyway, that's on the bar now. The Whisky Alement, as of right now, as you're watching this.
Right now.
So make sure you drop in along with the full April outturn. Archive bottling just to share around, and the archive bottling, they don't last long in the bar because members see that it's a bit of a flashback to an earlier era of the distillery, and they're like, I'll never get to taste that again.
No.
So jump in and get in. The bar's open from 4 p.m. Tuesday to Sunday, from 4 p.m. till late each night. So
yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Once again. Cheers.
Here we go.